Hello and welcome to the demo video for the Social Media Analytics Report. This is a free spreadsheet that you receive when you sign up to our monthly newsletter. So it also links with a lot of other spreadsheets that we've got for free on the website. So it's a social media range of spreadsheets. It analyzes your social media analytics. And this is one that brings all of those together. So I'm just going to show you how it works. First and foremost, select the starting month and the starting year. The spreadsheet will be valid for a year. Select the starting month and starting year, and you'll be able to have that set up for 12 months, and then just have a blank one to start the following year. So keep a blank version of this that you can start the next year. It's really just for a year because we don't want to have unlimited data coming through on the graphs and things. So put in the period. Now the thing about this is that all the other spreadsheets, there are individual ones. I've got them in the list here. There's 6 individual spreadsheets. That's the one that we're busy with at the moment. But the other 6 you can download from the website. So the idea is to make sure that all of those dates marry up. Because if you've got these all in different dates, this is only going to be able to put in the dates that match with this 12-month period. So if you're using a lot of these spreadsheets and you want to bring the data across, I suggest making all of these dates uniform across all of them, and then having the same 12-month period here, because then it's using the maximum amount of data. You can put your business name in there. That's straightforward enough. That just goes through to the different tabs of the spreadsheet. I would advise clicking on that to see how you can keep your spreadsheet working, and then there's a demo video. This is just a general thing for all of our spreadsheets as to what not to do. If you don't have the spreadsheets that feed this one, you can click on the link over here, which will take you to our website. You can download any of these or all of these 6, and then those will produce the data. So this is where you bring in the raw data. Now I've got some already, so let me just open up one of the other ones. I'll open up the Facebook one, and we can see where to get that data. All of the other spreadsheets are all laid out the same. They've got intro and setup, raw data, paste data, filter, report. If you watch the demo video for them, you'll be able to find out how to use those. So that's all straightforward. But at the end of the day, you're going to have your data into a section of cells like this. So you've got your months, and then you've got your total followers, etc., etc. So all the various all the various figures there that you collected. So that block of data needs to come into the social media analytics, and you can see it's the same thing, except the top is red because this indicates cells that you can paste data into. So all you do is you go to each one individually, highlight just the data. Last time in the other demo we did the headers, this time not, so just the data like that. Right click, copy, make sure you include the months, and then you come to this spreadsheet over here, and you come here and you say right click, paste values. Not normal paste. Normal paste will ruin your spreadsheet. It'll lock the cells and you won't be able to use them again. Paste values. If you click on paste values, you've got Facebook in there. Now, if you're adding data every month into the other spreadsheet, obviously the previous month's figures will stay the same and you'll just have a new line. You can just paste over all the data as I've done now. As long as you just use paste values, you can paste over the existing data. It'll just update everything. That's not a problem. So if you're updating this at the end of the year, you can put it in just one whack. If you're doing it monthly, just paste the same data over the previous data. You've got Facebook, Google Analytics, LinkedIn, MailChimp, Twitter, and YouTube, and they're all exactly the same. All the same concept anyway. All the other different spreadsheets have got the same layout. You go to the Export Data tab in the blue, and you'll find the data that you need, and just copy, paste values across into the spreadsheet. And that's it. So we can get rid of the Facebook Analytics. Now you've got your raw data paste. You've got that up to date. Next thing to do is to allocate points. As you can see, you've got all your different social media platforms, and you've got down here the actions, let's call them, that's taken on those social media platforms. And what you can do is you can assign the number of points. So you can put in there 1 point. So if you have an organic impression, 1 point, but now you might not have a point per impression. You may want to have a point per 1,000 impressions, or a point per 100 impressions, or whatever. You need to decide. This is all up to you, because all businesses are different. We're all looking for different things. We've all got different number of followers. We've all got different plans. So you can adjust this. So if you basically say 1 for every 1,000, then every 1,000 impressions you have, you're going to get a point. If you say 1 for every 100, you're going to get 1 point for every 100. If you say, if here I've got 0 in there, if you've got either of these as a 0, it will just take it as 0 points. So if I have 1 of 0, it's not going to actually take anything. Let's just put a 1 in there, say 1 of 10. So if you've got a 0 in here in this column or a 0 in that column, that's not going to bring you in any points. If you leave either of these blank as well, it's not going to bring you in any points. So you have to fill in both of the criteria: how many points per how many impressions reach, so on and so forth. So you can fill those in for Facebook, Google Analytics, LinkedIn, MailChimp, Twitter, and YouTube. So now what are points? Points essentially just for you to say which of these are more important. So for argument's sake, if you think that a share on LinkedIn is worth a lot more than a comment on LinkedIn or a like or a click, whatever, you can assign how many points each you want to put them as. And as I said, this will just determine your graph, which I'll show you in a minute. So really, this is quite important to sit down and get your head around exactly what you're trying to achieve with your social media and put the correct points in. Because once you've done that, it then takes all of your scores, converts them to points, and then puts them onto the report as points. So everything on the report is points. So let's have a look. Here you can see all your different social media platforms and how many points you've scored for each one, month by month, so you can see exactly what's going on. Now, obviously, I've just put some random points in here, so that's why some of these graphs are a lot taller than others. But you need to obviously sit and make sure that you've got the right figures for your business. And then what you can do is you can not only see which of the social media platforms are providing you with more points according to your requirements, but you can also see, for example, YouTube, how it goes up and down, or how LinkedIn was really good. You see LinkedIn's changed their algorithms, I think, in October, and that's why everything's dropped down. So you can see trends and changes and things like that amongst the individual platforms as well. If you scroll down, this is really just a month by month, but obviously each platform one on top of each other, so you can see how your points have been dipping and then up, and then and you can go back and see, well, what did I do that month in order to achieve that? And it's quite useful to see your total number of points and a breakdown, obviously, where they all came from. You can see, according to my point system, I'm doing horrendously awful at Twitter. So, yeah, that's something I need to improve on, or obviously just go back and have a look at my points and see why that's happening and adjust accordingly. There's your annual breakdown, overall broken down per channel. And if we scroll down a little bit further, we can see here the total. So this is how many points of organic impressions brought, how many points of organic reach brought, so on and so forth. So here we can see on Facebook, most of my Facebook points have actually come from page engaged users. So this will also help me to go back and reallocate points, because obviously I'm not allocating enough points for organic impressions if that's important to me. If that's not important to me, then fair enough, then leave it like that. But you can see where your points are all coming from. Page views, obviously, quite a good one on Google Analytics. You can see where your points are coming from, nothing from comments. Do I need to maybe make LinkedIn comments a bit more valuable? That would be the thing. Or is it right, and do I need to just try and get more comments? This will give you a breakdown of exactly where your points are coming from each individual source. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that you understand that. And if you're using this spreadsheet, I really, really do hope that it helps you. I've found it quite fascinating to see where all the points and things are coming from on my social media, and I found it quite interesting to see what I need to change and what I'm doing well. And I hope that does the same for you. And if you want anything more bespoke, if you want anything different, or we want to chat about any custom-made spreadsheets, please do get in touch. So I wish you all the best with your social media and your marketing. Thank you. Goodbye.